We're going to keep it going with one more. I had plenty of videos to do with you guys, but I don't know. Today I did, this is my third one, so I got to take care of some stuff after I get through done doing this video. But the title is, why didn't white Jesus help this Edomite pastor? Now, Google Hangouts is about the, I tell you, Google Hangouts was about to cancel my ass like the damn mob cancel people. Now, it never damn fails, but on to the story. Let's go to the story. I'm going to show you some stuff about this pastor, this Edomite. Right? As a matter of fact, not just the damn, hold on one second. Wait. Put it back on me. Put it back on me. Not just the Edomite, damn Creflo Dollar too, because he ain't worth a damn. Creflo Get Money Dollar. I used to go to that church. That dude is something. I'm telling you, these heathens that piled up in that damn church is a whole bunch of damn naive clowns. Now, I guess I was a naive clown for going there, but I don't go there no more. But him too. We're gonna talk about him. And Jesse the Plant, that little square neck Edomite. I hope it goes good now. Hold on one second.
Do you want to know what $182 billion looks like? Warren Buffett, CEO and founder of Berkshire Hathaway, he's worth $86 billion. Bill Gates, founder of Microsoft, he's worth $96 billion. Add Warren Buffett and Bill Gates together, and you get $182 billion.
Of course, Esau has the money.
So Kenneth Copeland is one of these guys.
Here we go. Look at it.
So what does that mean?
Would you look at that gram, like a damn slave on it on?
That means he robs you for his own benefit. He says, "Oh my God, I talked to the Lord Jesus Christ, and He said that I need a mansion, and your dumbass has to pay for it. And then I talked to the Lord Jesus Christ, and I don't believe this. He says I need a yacht, and your dumbass needs to pay for it. And then now lately." And a lot of them do this, and I'm going to give you a couple of examples here. White preachers do it, black preachers do it. They're like, this is a good scam, man. These guys believe anything. They think this guy wants water with virgin birth. You know what? Guess what they need? It turns out I need a check. And so this gentleman, Kenneth Copeland, asked for a check, and he got it. They gave him money for his own check. So he is beside himself. And so he did a video bragging about it, rubbing it in people's face. Oh, you give me $100, your kids can't eat lunch for the whole week. Look at my check, you moron! Serious.
We took possession of the Gulfstream 5, and we give God praise for it and thanksgiving. It is debt-free.
This is a big deal, man. It's a big airplane.
Hey, are you looking at this? Hey, are you seeing this? I hope so. You talking? You and Jesus. Father,
Did you hear it? This is why the floods is going on, man. I can't wait till the Most High show his damn face once and for all, man. I mean, he's showing it now, but once he really show it, it's going to be a wrap for these damn heathens.
thank you, sir. And I'm asking you now, sir, according to your word, bless our partners.
According to his word, you Edomite, the Bible went for y'all heathens. Maybe I'm wrong. I guess no. I don't see how the Bibles are for them. If you want to say the Bible for everybody, I don't see how the Bible's for the Hebrews. Nobody else. The law was given to the Hebrews, not those skin cancerous jackasses over there right now. Not these Romans. Just look at him. Look at him. With his damn 1938 aircraft jacket with the fur around the neck. Oh, he misses the damn flaps of the damn hat and the glasses. And
beyond measure. Yes, in the name of Jesus. For you said in 2002,
why you saying in the name of Jesus, the Most High Yah saying in the name of my foot putting up your ass. Because I do all things. No one's on my left and no one's on my right. So you get that damn shit out your damn mouth. Damn, even the true Christ that only came for the lost sheep of Israel. You keep you are praying to a pagan, devilish God. And the real God showed you what he about to do to you. Y'all gonna see.
Sending you new partners who are very strong financially and they'll obey me. And I will increase your long-time partners and they will obey me. And you will not come short. And you will not fail. And you will.
You know how many black people have said that prayer? And look at us now. We don't went to church with y'all. We don't got y'all. Don't worship y'all same Edomite, devilish God. Here's your Bojay. And got to scrap money for damn your light bill, your gas bill, your damn garbage, your sewage, your water bill, your damn cable bill, your internet bill, your cell phone bill, your car note, your insurance, your house note, your life insurance, your medical bills. Yeah. The same Negroes that into this Christianity. Where is that white Jesus for them? There's nowhere to be found. And there's nowhere to be found with you. Somebody slap them goddamn glasses off his face, man.
Not lack, and you will not come behind, and you will not be diminished. Praise God.
Yeah.
It ain't good. Oh, yeah. It's coming to pass. You know what?
You're probably
Jesus
drunk.
Is Lord.
Jesus. Then shalt thou delight thyself in the Lord, and I will cause thee to ride upon the high places of the earth. Because the Lord is the only most high. It's not Jesus. That's why your damn engine gave out.
Man, they can find an excuse for anything in the Bible. They took that quote out of the Bible of you should be in the high place on earth. It doesn't mean you should be in a high place on a $36 million jet. And that's what this is. It's a $36 million jet. And you hear that cackle? Yeah! Right? He's laughing at you. You don't even know. And when he was talking about partners, I was like, wait, is this a business or something? Does he have business partners? In which case, okay, if they made a lot of money, they buy a private jet. That's their business, not my business, right? No. My partners.
This is a good channel too as well. All right.
They mean the schmucks in the pews who gave me their hard-earned money thinking they're going to heaven, and I just took their money and I turned it into a $36 million jet for my own ass. What are you doing with the jet? What? It's a big aeroplane. What do you need that big aeroplane for? I see you and your wife. What are you doing? Are you loading that plane up with dozens of people going to feed the hungry and the poor? No. He just likes to go around the country in comfort. Okay, in case you need clarity on that. By the way, he brags that it's debt-free. Yeah, it's debt-free because other people paid for it. Yeah, you're people who mistrusted you and believed that you had their best intention in mind were the suckers who paid for it. That's why it's debt-free. So, in case you're confused about it, here's where he got the idea. Jesse Duplantis, who's another one of these scam artist preachers, him and Copeland sitting around what appears to be a kid.
I couldn't have said it no better. This is a great channel too, the Turks, by the way. He's a brother, man. He's a he's a cool Roman, Italian Roman. For what I see, he is pretty cool. He's from New York or Jersey. He's pretty cool.
Kitchen table, but it's not. It's a TV set meant to make it seem like, oh, they're so homely. And they're having a conversation about, hey, how are we going to pay for things? Like, you're getting a bologna sandwich? How are we going to pay for that? No, but in their case, they're talking about jets. Listen,
Brother Copeland, I was flying home from a meeting, and I had come out of a glorious meeting. I had just been me and Creflo Dollar were preaching. Had a glorious meeting. So I was, for lack of a better way to say it, I was spiritually high. People were saved, touched, and blessed. Got in the plane that God so graciously gave us. We're flying home. As I was going home, the Lord, real quickly, he said, Jesse, do you like your plane? You know, I thought that's an odd statement. I said, well, certainly, Lord. He said, do you really like it? And I thought, well, yes, Lord. Then he said this, so that's it? I didn't know how to handle it, but I went, what? He said, you're going to let your faith stagnate? And when he said that, that shocked me. I went, whoa, wait. I literally unbuckled my seatbelt in my plane. I stood up. My pilots looked and said, do you need something? I said, no, I'm talking to God right now. They went back to flying. I said, Lord, I don't think I was letting my faith stagnate. He said, so this is all I could ever do. I said, you're trying to tell me something. When God tells you your faith stagnates, you better start listening. Yeah. And I thought, stagnating? You can't stay here. Yeah. You got to do this or you're going to do this. He said this, you're on cruise control. You're moving, but no longer by your power. See, that's what the DVD is. That's what that DVD is like.
Yeah, that's the DVD they're trying to scam you. Okay, so get a load of this guy. First of all, he says, I talked to Creflo Dollar. We'll come back to Creflo Dollar because he's another preacher that rips people off.
Look at this.
I'll come back to you in a second, okay? So they're all in it together. Okay, but then I was like, I had to watch that video twice. I'm like, wait, who was he talking to? Turns out he was talking to the Lord. In the plane, he was talking to God. And did you understand what he said? God says to him, your plane sucks. You got a private jet, not good enough. I don't want your faith to stagnate. You need to ask your dumbass followers for a bigger jet. That's what that conversation was about. Really? You remember when God interrupted you in the middle of something and said, hey, by the way, Bob, you need a bigger jet. Remember when you had that conversation with God? How can you believe this? How can you believe this, God? Oh, God, how can you believe this? Really? You think that guy, that scam artist, is talking to God and God says, don't feed the poor, don't feed the needy, don't take care of the sick. You need a bigger jet. Who's that? Oh, God, man. Look, I love you guys. I don't want to yell at you that if you gave them your hard-earned dollars and you think you're going to heaven, but you're wrong. You're wrong. They're tricking you. They're laughing at you on that jet. Now, here's Copeland one more time talking to him, talking about taking a passenger airline. Well, I'd have to be in there with regular people. Watch.
You could have done that on an airliner. No, sir. No way. Stand up and say, what'd you say, Lord? No. Okay, no, yeah. And the guy sitting over there saying, what the hell does he think he's doing? You can't do that. You can't do that. No. The world is in such a shape, we can't get there without this. That's right. We've got to have this. We would have, the mess that the airlines are in today, I would have to stop. I'm being very conservative. At least 75 to 80, more like 90% of what we're doing, because you can't get there from here.
It's impossible.
So and this was such a good illustration. The Lord impressed me. That's why we're on that airplane. We can talk to God. It's when I was flying for Oral Roberts.
When I was praying to God in November with tornadoes and hurricanes and blizzards and floods and earthquakes and tsunamis and volcano eruptions and hailstorm and lightning strikes, and I was praying in my kitchen, y'all. And all that came to pass in my kitchen. So why in the hell you need a damn jet to talk to him? These damn heathens.
Brother Deweese, my boss on the airplane, he said, now, Kenneth, this is sanctuary. It protects the anointing Brother Roberts, and he said, "You keep your mouth shut. Don't talk to him unless he talks, because when he's on a meeting, he doesn't talk to anybody but God." Now, Oral used to fly airlines,
Right.
but even back then, man, it got to the place where it was agitating his spirit.
Sure.
People coming up to him. He had become famous, and they wanting him to pray for him and all that. You can't manage that today.
Right.
This dope-filled world.
Right.
You get in a long tube with a bunch of demons.
Right. That's exactly that.
And it's deadly.
And
Man, who in the hell are you calling? Hey, and isn't that the kettle calling the damn pot white? Ain't no damn demon but the beast of the field with y'all wrinkled skin behinds taking folks' money. And you're flying, you're eating all type of lasagna and chili dogs and popcorn and caviar and eating all type of potato chips. You potato chips, you eating all type of damn steak and salmon. And did I say caviar? I think I said it twice. You just having a good old time on the devil's expense, because God ain't blessed you with jack. Because your blessings come from somebody else. First of all, you need a church full of fools, and then that's when the devil can work. You know what I mean? It's funny how these people say they pray to God and get all this money and they're preaching, when black men have a hard time finding a job just to make ends meet. And our ancestors worked themselves to death, literally. If they didn't work hard enough, they got hung in trees and raped, fed the alligators. Yeah, I say stuff on here, but I mean my shit when I say it. 'Cause I mean that shit. You hang us in damn trees and feed us the alligators? And you think I ain't read the Bible and know who the hell y'all Edomites are? And you say it's demons on that damn commercial plane that can probably bring somebody back to life with the prayer from the most high? You got the nerve to call people that you don't know demons. I get what you're saying, because the world we live in. But how about you give them some of that money to these homeless people? You even got kids looking for food in Atlanta right now. In the track, I saw this one time. I think I said it before. I did say it before. It was a black. Oh, it was years ago, man. It was like off Camden Road and the Low. Camden Road, Cascade, Camden. It was at a Kroger's. And the kid was looking for, like, he was looking in the trash can. His coat was kind of dirty. He was by himself. He's about 8 years old. In the black area. But as you look at these two, look behind them. I guarantee you there's pagan symbols back there. These dishes and stuff. So let's keep listening to what he got to say.
works on your heart. It really does. That's what they think of you, man. Getting a long tube with demons. Who are the demons? We, regular people. To them, regular, yeah, demons. And then they're agitating your spirit by asking you to pray for them. I don't have time to pray for you, you idiot. Give me a check. Give me a check. That's going to be my sanctuary. How could you believe this? How could you believe this? We could get down to 75, 90% of what we need to do. If we didn't have a private jet, how we going to do it? Got to fly with you regular people who we despise and call demons. Then you're going to want me to pray for you. You're a goddamn pastor. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to pray for people. And God, their contempt for you is unreal. And yet you give them money so they can laugh at you behind your back. Jesus Christ, literally. Impossible. Yet nobody can get around this country on a regular jet. Nobody takes planes. Right? Don't you have your private jet? It's impossible to get around otherwise. I mean, what are we going to do? Fly with all those demons? So, like I told you, another guy looking to get private jets was another prosperity preacher, Creflo Dollar. And he already had a jet, but he thought that was not good enough. And I'll show you why in a second. So he asked his parishioners for not $36 million for a jet. Copeland, flying too low. Creflo wanted $65 million for his jet. So he got a lot of heat for that. And then for a little while, because of the media attention, he said, I'll give you $5 I don't need the $65 million. And then once people stopped paying attention, you know what he did? He went back and asked for the $65 million jet again. Unreal. Yeah, you know what? Let me skip to graphic 47 for a second, because I want to read to you the very last sentence in when they asked for the jet again. This is Dollar now. By the way, his last name is Dollar. He named himself Creflo Dollar. Anyway, we, the World Changers family, so value the lives, the safety, and the well-being of our pastors and leaders that we wish to provide to them the best air travel experience possible. I love that quote because they're not even pretending. They're not pretending it's for you, it's for the needy or anything. They're like, how could a pastor of a mega church fly around with a tomb full of demons? He's got to have the best possible jet. If he doesn't have his...
You know, when you call churches, right, that you've been to, you pay tithes to, and you need, like, you want to ask for some assistance on your utility bills. I did it a couple of years ago, right? I called Word Changes, which is Creflo Dollar Church. They called me back. This brother told me, so I heard you call, you looking for utilities, and they asked you why you ain't working. You know, Negro churches ask you that like you just a lazy ass. And white churches ask you that too, but they still will help you out, which is weird when it comes to churches like that. So, meaning that it's weird how black churches like this will shame you almost. And white churches do it too, but this guy said, well, he said, well, now he called me back now. He said, well, we can't assist you with no money, but I'm gonna give you some resources to call, plus I'm gonna give you a scripture to read. This is what this Negro said at Word Changes. Yeah. Now Creflo Dollar, there was a lady husband who died in College Park. And they watched Creflo as he grew up as a child. So her husband had died, and I think they used to go to the church and they stopped going or whatever. But Creflo knew the people because the people knew Creflo mom and dad. They watched him grow up on the same, like in the neighborhood somewhere like that. They knew him, literally knew him. They denied him. They denied the lady to come to have the funeral at his church, man. I was at Kroger's one time. I seen Taffy Dollar, Creflo wife. She was about to buy some cabbages or some shit. Carrots or something. Light-skinned lady. I ain't gonna say sister, I just call her lady, whatever she is. I said, hey, how you doing, Miss Dollar? I was gonna see her body language, right? I said, how you doing, Miss Dollar? That bitch didn't even turn around. She kept saying, she said hello, but she kept looking at the damn squash. She kept looking at the damn the squash and the damn broccoli and the carrots and the organic bananas and all that stuff. She did not turn around and see who weighed that. Her energy wasn't. She didn't shift her energy. She kept her energy on the produce. There was a guy who got shot at Word Changes. One guy that used to go there came up to, I don't know, it was choir rehearsal or something. The dude came up and shot one particular guy multiple times, man. When I was there years ago, you remember Bishop Eddie Long when he messed with the kids? You know, Bishop Eddie Long and Creflo Dollar is like friends. So when I'm at church at World Changes, right? It was about 10 years ago, man. Let me see. It was about 9 years ago, maybe. This guy, Creflo, it was a whole bunch of people that came from New Birth, because after what happened with Bishop Eddie Long, they was like, they came to World Changes. So when Creflo was talking, right? Creflo said towards the end of his sermon, whatever you call it, he said, if you guys came here because of leaving my friend church because you think he's guilty for doing that, I don't want you in my church. Go back to that church. That's my friend you talking about. He told these people, I'm sitting in the Word Changes. Big time. Big time. He said that. I was sitting in the Word Change when he said it. He said, I don't want you here. That's my friend. This is what Creflo said about Bishop Ed Long. There was two incidents that I had my computer bag on me, which I put my Bible in, and it was kind of a decent sized bag. I got it in here somewhere. So when the church let out, everybody started walking in the aisles. You know, the aisles get tight when everybody's trying to walk out at the same time. I made a mistake and bumped this guy. And he looked at me like we was on the streets. Now I could tell you stories about that church, but he looked at me in a fighting mode. So the energy at these damn Christian Negro churches ain't hitting on shit. It's all pagan. It's all for show. I met this guy. He called himself a prophet. I was doing lift, and as I'm doing lift, I picked up a guy. He said he called himself a prophet. So I picked up, and he had to go get his keys from the house and come back to the bank, whatever. So I'm in Fayetteville, Georgia. I took him down to his house in Fayetteville. And he talking to me about how he was the first one in his neighborhood. And he asked the builder, the developer in the neighborhood, can he buy his house for $60,000? And, you know, and he said, you know, God told me whatever. He's like a pretty decent dude, because he said he go around preaching the gospel. Then he told me this. He said, we was back at the bank. He had a motorcycle that he had to go back because he had to get the keys to the motorcycle. I brought him back to the bank where his motorcycle was at. He said years ago, he was at a conference with Bishop Eddie Long. He said he told Bishop Eddie Long, he just walked up to him. Right? This was before Bishop Eddie Long was in the news. He said, I walked up to Bishop Eddie Long and I told him, God told me to tell you, if you don't leave those faggots alone, I'm going to shorten your life. This is what he told me now. And Bishop Eddie Long looked at him. Funny. Like, what you just say? He repeated it. This brother said, God told me to tell you, if you don't leave those faggots alone, he's going to shorten your life. Bishop Eddie Long looked at it like, who is this Negro? And walked off. A few years later, all that shit came out in the news of what Bishop Eddie Long was doing. After that, he died. See, when I talk, I don't talk just, a lot of these people who's in the truth don't talk just to be talking. I met that pastor, that evangelist for a reason. It just connect the dots that you're on the right track, and these people are the enemies of the Most High. Creflo Dollar, Bishop Eddie Long, T.D. Snakes, these damn white boys that is preaching, Jesse the Platinum, and this guy looking like the Joker with that grim, they all are the enemy of the Most High. Period.
$65 million jet. How in the world is he supposed to talk to Jesus Christ? It doesn't matter where they're from. It's the bottom line is the only thing they care about, man.
Is that money?
Ripping you off is the only thing they care about. But why does Creflo Dollar? Hold on now, one more time. He named himself. That's not his given. He named himself Creflo Dollar. What? If he gets this jet, you know what? He's just going to change his name to I Rip You Off. And you'll be like, oh, okay, great. Oh, man, that I Rip You Off preacher is awesome. Where do I send them up? Okay, now why does he need a new jet? Because this is what happened to his old jet. Oops. I guess Jesus wasn't his co-pilot. Now, wait a minute. I thought the whole point of the jet was because Jesus was on your side. Why isn't Jesus looking out for that jet of yours?
Big and Hill up there. Another pic of the Gulfstream G3 jet that left the runway last night when its nose gear collapsed. His nose gear collapsed, man. And you telling people that Jesus blessed you with that. God shows your ass real fast who is really the Most High.
Huh? It's almost as if he wanted you to crash the jet because you're such a scam artist ripping off all the people who came to church looking for salvation.
Yep.
And then you know what he did? Of course, Creflo turned around because this is all they do is lie. So he turned around and goes, "Oh, the jet crashed." What he was saying.
All right, that's it. That's been it. That's my last video for today. And like, share, subscribe. was gonna say some more stuff, but once again, Google, whatever, man. You guys take care. Shalom. Like, share, subscribe. All right.